Jungkook got out of his car when it stopped in the premises of the mansion where his family lived. It was an area consisting of 1.5 hour walk to the mansion if you dropped outside. A total of 120 Doberman Pinscher and German Shepherds guarded the area, along with a handful of men dressed in black stationed at their positions. An outsider had no way inside, but to his fortune, he owned all of this. After his father, he was the oldest and first in line to be the one to rule the world. Well, of course, his brother had a fair share, but the king has to be only one. The way towards the mansion from his car was not more than 2 minutes. His long, angry strides ate up the distance as he reached the dining table, where the family was having a peaceful meal. It was almost funny what kind of havoc they wreaked while dressed in classic, eating like saints. Jungkook ignored his parents, who were surprised to see him, and before any of them could open their mouth, he already threw himself on his younger brother and punched the life out of him. Jihan, Jungkook's younger brother, tried to set free and almost threw Jungkook off him. He himself was trained well, but no one else present there said a word in objection. Their father was the most relaxed one who continued to eat peacefully, while their mother seemed tense, however, said nothing. There was one rule in that family everyone followed, which included no interference in each other's personal life, and if Jungkook was going all over Jihan, it meant he deserved it. Jungkook, how dare you touch my wife? He screamed and threw Jihan against the glass table, which smashed into pieces, earning a yelp from his mother, which went ignored. Jihan was severely bleeding at this point, thanks to the good beat up, and now the glass piercing through his skin. Jihan, you're doing this for a damn woman. Jungkook, that woman is my wife, and you crossed every line when you decided to touch her. Jihan, then how about you get down the line and let me be the goddamn hare and go play Cinderella with your woman? Jungkook, tell me you want the throne without telling me you want the freaking throne. Jungkook scoffed, blood dripped down his knuckles, and his red eyes dug holes in Jihan. Jihan, are you not going to say anything, Dad? He's going to bring an end to this bloodline, getting himself and his woman killed, while having romance, and nothing will be remained of us. Jungkook's dad. Let's hear what makes you say that. I have never seen Jungkook lacking in any aspect. Jihan. He will soon. Jungkook grunted and crouched down, glaring at him. Jungkook. If it's about power, then why did you touch her with your filthy hands? Jihan. It was just for a moment. I see why you're crazy over her. It was a bomb ticking inside of Jungkook blew, and he took out his gun, pointing at Jihan. In that moment, he almost pulled the trigger without a single hesitation or a second thought. But his father's voice stopped him. Jungkook's dad. Enough you two. Jungkook, go back to your wife. I'll handle him. Jungkook. Then handle him, dad, and handle him well. If he'll land in my hands again, I'll have to live my life getting hated by my own mother. He stood up, putting his gun back in his belt, and looked at his mother, who looked quite terrified at the fact one of her sons almost died, that too at the hands of her other son. He sighed and walked to her, kissing her head. Jungkook, I'll visit you soon. Taking the glass of water, he walked out of there and poured the water on his hands, cleaning the blood. Once he was done, he threw the glass away, and deep down he knew if his wife was here, she would yell at him to keep the place clean, and only the thought of her brought him to peace. It was amazing how much this one girl had an effect on him. Vine rolled around in sheets over the bed, waiting impatiently for Jungkook to return. She just hoped he wouldn't cause much problem. Just a, why did you touch my wife? Oh, I'm sorry. It was a mistake. I won't do that again. Should be enough. She huffed out and crossed her arms. Grabbing her cell phone, she texted Jungkook. Wine, every minute from now on is going to reduce a bite from your pasta. Wine, which lands straight into my plate because I am hungry. She added two red faced, angry emojis and slammed her innocent phone down on the bed. Jungkook, isn't it a little too cruel? She heard his voice as he entered the room. A maid followed him, setting the table in front of the couch with the dinner along with the most awaited pasta, which was near to receive its justice. Once the maid left, Jungkook picked up wine in his arms and took a seat on the couch, kissing her lips once. Jungkook, sorry princess, this needed to be taken care of. Wine, next time I'll just eat my pasta without you. She sniffled dramatically and started to eat, while Jungkook did the same. Wine, what did you do there? Jungkook, we talked. He will apologize. She looked at his knuckles, then his face, and rolled her eyes very slowly before munching on her food again. It earned a laugh from Jungkook. He poked her round cheeks filled with food and was relieved to know she was all fine now, back to herself just like he loved her. Nothing must ever hurt his princess as long as he was there.